Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas from the B list. Today we're going to be talking about
happy holidays.
Happy holidays for all of our friends of different faiths. Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Celebrate whatever you want.
It's my war on Christmas.
It's our snowflake war on Christmas.
Our snowflake, you know how we are.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, anyway. So, today we're going to be talking about a classic that I didn't even realize they made a remake this year.
Yeah, I knew about the remake, but I'm going to be real, I did not see the original, so this is my first time.
Yeah, well, Tara, we were talking
noobs.
about what we were going to cover, and she said that she had never seen this one, and I was like, oh, you got to see it, they're awful. And so, what we're talking about is...
Silent Night, Deadly Night, the 1984
The 1984 original. Now, I think earlier this month, on December 12th, there was a remake of this movie, which is like the third remake of it that I didn't even realize they did.
It's
so
like
many.
What was
but
that other one that there was like several remakes?
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas.
Yeah, we did one of the ones
for last year.
Yeah, and I thought about doing another Black Christmas this year, but we're trying to stick with the classics, the real classics. And I had mentioned to Tara that our buddy Joseph Canales, who passed away earlier this year, he was always making R.I.P. He was always talking about quoting these movies, and admittedly, the part 2 of this particular movie is even worse, and maybe we'll cover that next year. But I didn't want everyone to get lost in the cerebral plot.
There's so much plot to keep up with.
Yeah, and so we're going to cover...
You got to start from the original.
The original first. And like we said, it was released in 1984, and the director, Charles E. Sellier Jr., didn't do a whole lot of directing before or after this. And certainly
when you make a masterpiece, what else is there to do?
This is his opus, I guess. He didn't do a lot of directing, and certainly not horror, but he did write and produce a lot of TV, which I thought it was really interesting because what he did a lot of TV movies and series based on biblical stories, like Ancient Secrets of the Bible and the incredible discovery of Noah's Ark and Apocalypse in the End Times. And he created the TV series The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams. So there you go.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. He gets work. He did his due diligence with that. He didn't write it though. This wasn't a passion project. It was written by Paul Kamey and Michael Hickey, and it had a budget of about $750,000. But at the box office, it did I saw a couple of different reports at the box office, but it made 2.5 to 3.5 million. And they think it would have made more if it had, but it was only at the box office for a couple of weeks. And I'll go into that with the trivia later in the episode.
But in the early 80s, wasn't that Gremlins and other really good Christmas movies? I consider Gremlins a Christmas movie. I don't know what year it came out.
It is.
I'd go see Gremlins. I'm not seeing this thing.
Right.
Or maybe they would have gotten a well-known actor to be in it.
Yeah,
I knew Mr. Sims.
Yeah, and
didn't know his real name though. Just seen him in other stuff.
Just everything else. Yeah. So let's get into this one right now. Let's
get into it.
It starts out like so many horror movies at the time, in a car with a family.
Christmas 1971.
They're driving. It's mom and dad, their young son Billy, and a baby.
It never really tells where it's at though. Does it tell it where it's Utah? Somewhere in Utah.
Somewhere in Utah. And it was filmed in Utah.
Because beautiful scenery.
Beautiful place wherever they filmed it. And
I'm going to say, you can tell by the look on this baby's face that he knows he is not supposed to be in the front seat.
Right. That was back in the day that there were not...
is in the front seat. Gather round, children. They did not always have baby carriers.
No.
But later the baby is in the carrier in the back seat. But
yeah.
She got this baby in the front seat. And this baby is like...
Yeah. Come on, Mom.
He's like, I'm not supposed to be up front.
I'm not supposed to be up there. And they're driving to see Grandpa.
Yes.
And it's Christmas Eve, and it's during the day, so they're going to go see Grandpa and then make it home.
Yeah.
And Billy, little Billy, is in the back, and he's reading a Santa book.
Mm-hmm.
And my... Can you hear that on the... There's some jingle bells going on from our headbands. So anyway, Billy is stressed about making it home in time. He wants to see Santa. He doesn't know if he's going to be home in time. And Mom's like, take a chill pill. We'll be home on time.
Right. The hair on this mom too is like,
It's
got
so
thick,
80s.
glorious, like,
Yeah.
80s hair.
Well, it seems like Grandpa is in a mental
The
facility.
Utah mental facility is
Yeah.
where it is.
And he's
Because
catatonic.
nothing says Christmas like visiting your grandpa in the nut house. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. He's catatonic.
And that grandpa looks kind of like Santa if Santa was on, like, Quaaludes.
You're right.
You know? It's just a little old man with a beard just, like, staring off into
Yeah,
space.
he was on benzos. And it's kind of upsetting, especially to Mom, that he's, not talking or anything. But
And they're like, Grandpa doesn't talk. And the kid has a good point because he's like, why did we even come here?
yeah, why did we even come here if he's not going to
If
talk?
Grandpa doesn't even understand that it's Christmas, could you not have waited until...
Right, exactly. And
But
so,
because if they didn't, then they wouldn't have scared the shit out of this child, and then we would have no movie. So
right. So the doctor drags off Mom and Dad to discuss,
we're gonna review his records.
look at Grandpa's medical problems, and they leave little Billy alone
With catatonic Grandpa.
with checked out Grandpa. And so the moment they walk away, Grandpa grabs Billy.
Well, at first he smiles at him. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna have a moment, and then he's like, Christmas is bad.
Christmas is bad. And he's like,
Santa's evil.
he's like, have you been good all year? And Billy
Which
kind
makes
of.
me really wonder because they never talked about it. What the fuck happened to catatonic Santa?
That's
Or
another thing
Grandpa?
that I was going to bring up. It's like, are we going to revisit why Grandpa's
No!
here? Is it dementia? Is it like, did he have an experience similar to this? Who knows?
No one
Who
knows.
cares? Don't worry about it.
Fine then.
So anyway, he grabs Billy and asks him if he's been a good boy. And Billy just kind of,
He's like, Mom, and Grandpa says, why do you want her? She can't help you.
She
no
can't
one
help-
can.
no one can. And so
Jesus. Santa, Dad, Grandpa, calm
whatever,
down.
yeah. Grandpa tells him, you better run for your life.
Yeah, and Christmas is the scariest time of year.
Christmas is the scariest time of year. You know why? Because Santa punishes kids who were naughty.
Yeah, scares
And
the
so,
ever-loving
anyway.
shit out of Billy. Billy is like,
And so Mom and Dad show back up, and then they're like, we're out.
it's time to go. And I'm like, so you guys drove half a day to get here for 5 minutes.
To dump your kid off,
Scare the shit out of him.
terrify him.
Talk to a doctor, and then let's
Talk to a
let's
doctor.
Scoot. We
We're
gotta
out.
go.
Merry Christmas. See you next year, Grandpa.
And then Grandpa's checked out again.
And he's checked out again.
Yeah.
So on the way home, Billy asks his mom if she was ever naughty as a child. And she's like, well, sometimes. And then he asks if Santa ever punished her. And she's like, where did you hear that?
And he's like, duh, Grandpa.
And he's like, Grandpa did, and now I'm scared. And she says, well, Grandpa's an old fool. And Billy's like,
They're like, is it possible that he talked? And they're like, no. I'm
yeah, no.
like, does Billy, you
But
think
even
Billy's
Mom is like,
lying?
I don't think he's going to lie. I don't think he'd lie about that. And then she tells him, don't listen to Grandpa.
He's a crazy old fool.
He's a crazy old fool. And Billy says, that's not nice. Santa's going to
the
punish
way
you.
that this child clutched his pearls and gay gasped, he was like, you shouldn't say that.
Shouldn't say that.
That's exactly how he's like, you shouldn't say that.
And so now we cut to a convenience store.
He told her, like, Santa's going to punish you for saying that.
Yeah. Santa's going to punish you.
So, yeah, at the convenience store, we see this Santa come up to get some smokes because, it's been a long night.
Right.
And then he pulls a gun on the clerk, and the clerk's like, what'd you do that for? And he's like, I'm holding you up, asshole.
Right. He's robbing the place.
And then he pulls the gun on Santa, and this Santa just smokes him. Like,
Just
shoots him
no
several times.
more cashier.
And takes the money, and it's only $31.
It's only $31.
It doesn't pay to steal, you guys.
He speeds away. So then we come back to the family. They're still driving home. It's late.
They're kind of like dozing off.
Dozing off. Everybody's asleep in the car except Dad, who's driving. And then
this Christmas music that's playing is so creepy. It's like they could not get rights to anything. They had to write all the Christmas music, and it's not good.
Right. And so they come up on the convenience store Santa, who is, I guess, broke down. And Dad's like, gonna stop and help
And Billy
him.
is like, no!
Billy's like, don't do it, don't
Keep
do it.
driving!
But he does it anyway. And so Santa then tries to carjack them, shooting Dad as they get away, or try to get away.
Yeah.
And then he pulls Mom out of the car and tries to SA her.
Literally rips her sweater in half, and we see our first titties of the movie.
I mean, yeah, the first of many.
First of many sets.
First of many. And then
He
whenever
slits her throat.
yeah, whenever it doesn't work out with the SA, then he cuts her throat. And in the meantime, Billy has run and is hiding in a ditch.
And he says, "Fuck that baby." He's like,
yeah,
he
he's
don't
like,
even worry about his brother.
He's like, I'm out.
At no point in this movie is he worried about his brother.
No, not at all. He witnesses the whole thing. And
from like the bushes, the ditch,
from
like
the
watching.
ditch, he's watching, and so that's.
And I was like, wow, this movie escalated quickly.
Just right off the bat.
It
right
went
off the
from
bat.
crazy grandpa to dead Santa's killing everybody and R-ing people.
Santa is punishing everyone.
Yeah.
And so we skip ahead now to 1974 Christmas. Billy's about 8 years old at this point, and he's in an orphanage because I guess they didn't have any family to.
St. Mary's Home for Orphan Children.
St. Mary's Home, yeah.
And this nun is teaching, and she calls for Billy to show his drawing. And so Billy is like now a little kid with a mullet, and he walks up and he tries to put his picture up for everyone to see. And we don't see what it was at first.
Yeah.
And they're like, you got
to go to Mother
Superior's office. And
yeah.
he does. And the drawing is that Santa and Rudolph have been like stabbed and decapitated.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're dead because why wouldn't he want Santa dead? Because like vengeance, right?
Right. And so Mother Superior says that he needs to be punished and sent to his room, so he's off. And then Sister Margaret, who's this sweet little
she's
girl,
trying to be nice, yeah.
She's saying that there's a darkness in him to Mother Superior, and he needs help or it's going to manifest really badly someday.
Yeah.
And Mother Superior is like, no, we got to punish it out of him. That tragedy that he went through as a young child.
We got to punish him for it.
It's no reason to act out.
Well, I'm like, so I'm guessing child psychiatry was not a thing in 1974.
Right.
We're not helping this kid.
Right. And so Billy's in his room, and he's retrieved by his room by Sister Margaret, and it says that he needs to go out and play with the other orphans.
And I take issue with this scene because, like, she's the one who told him to leave his room.
That's what I was like, good grief, come on, get together on this, guys. But
this other nun, what was her name?
The Mother Superior?
No, the nice one.
Oh, Sister Margaret.
Sister Margaret's a bitch.
Yeah.
She just threw that kid under the bus. She could have been like, no, I told him to leave his room.
I think she does say that outside, like, whenever Mother Superior comes out, and she's like, well, I told him he can leave his room, and she's like, shut up. So anyway,
so he puts on his scarf and his coat, and he's like walking down the hall, and he hears some commotion.
Yeah, and he's distracted by naughty noises.
So he goes and looks through a keyhole, and he just sees these two people. Who are they? I don't know.
I don't know. We never address who they are. It's just a young couple getting it on. And so, and it causes him to have like a flashback of the night.
And of course, we see more nipples because
so you get more boobies.
And it's been like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you don't even get to know this character's boobie's name. So
and then he starts having flashbacks of when his mom was being SA'd. Mm-hmm. And Mother Superior comes up behind him and
catches the young couple,
kicks them out of the way, goes in there, grabs a belt.
Yeah, and starts beating the ever-loving shit out of this these two kids that are
Which
doing
makes me think that they're like teenagers because they cannot possibly be adults. Like.
Right. And so she beats them for being naughty while Billy runs away.
Yeah.
And so he goes outside with the other orphans, and she comes out to talk about what he saw.
Yeah, what'd you see? And he's like, nothing.
And she says, well, they were being naughty and they had to be punished, and he's naughty for leaving his room. And that's when...
And I'm like...
Even though Sister Margaret let him out...
He was in his room. He left his room because she said he could.
Because he said he could. And so she takes him back there, like, spanks him, gives him his pops, and then tells him to stay in his room.
Yeah.
So that night he has a nightmare about...
that nun's a hoe.
She is. She is. He has a nightmare that night about the night of the tragedy.
Right.
And so he wakes up freaked out and runs out of the room. And then Mother Superior catches him and ties the poor child.
Goddamn Mother Superior's there again.
Yeah.
Ties him to the bed.
Ties him to the bed. So he can't leave his room. He's just absolutely terrorized.
I said, and this other nun does nothing. She's worthless.
Yeah,
I would be like, hey, so we're not tying children to the bed.
They're all afraid of Mother Superior. So she's just a bitch. So anyway,
she deserves what happens.
Right. And so the next morning, the kids are opening gifts, and Billy is asked if he's ready to be good, and he says yes, and they tell him to find his gift. And Mother Superior is like telling everybody, my methods will work. I'm going to force him to sit on Santa's lap.
As a child who was terrified to sit on Santa's lap, this is not the strategy that I recommend.
Right. I didn't enjoy it as a kid either. And I especially probably would not enjoy it if I saw Santa murder my parents.
I don't know when it started that I was scared to sit on Santa's lap, but sometime around age like 7 or 8, I was not about that life.
Yeah.
So like we would go to the mall and my sister would get in the line because my sister was like, she was a normal child.
Uh-huh.
And so when my sister, who would sit in his lap, I was still standing back with my parents at the line, and I would shout to Santa what I wanted.
You got that right?
I want a Cabbage Patch and some skates. Or sometimes I would write a letter, and I would give it to my sister to give to him.
Right.
Because I was like, there's no fucking way in hell I'm sitting on that man's lap.
No, not at all. I mean, come on. He never looked the same from year to year. So I don't know who this man is.
I mean, we grew up in a time of like stranger danger. Like you're teaching your kids that stranger danger, and then but also once a year you're gonna sit in the stranger's lap.
I'm gonna force you to take your picture with this strange man. So anyway, he goes and sits in his lap, and he's just absolutely traumatized by it. Ends up punching Santa and running away.
Knocks him the fuck out.
Knocks him the fuck. Bloodies his nose and everything.
And he's like, "What the hell's wrong with that kid?
What the hell's wrong with him?"
And they're like, "Ugh." I mean, what's wrong with him? Oh, he watched Santa murder his whole family.
Yeah, that's what's wrong. And then we punish him for it years later. And
so Billy runs up and hides in a corner, and it's so sad.
It's so sad. He's traumatized. So at this point, we fast forward another 10 years. So now he's about 18 years old at this point.
And
it's 1984. And Sister Margaret is in a toy shop looking for a job for him.
I do have a little discrepancy I would like to point out. It says spring 1984, and then the next events happen at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Which is, he's been working there for 2 months.
Yeah,
so spring plus 2 months is fall. I don't think it's...
Well, maybe in Utah, time travels. Time is different.
Listeners from Utah, what's time like there?
What's time like in Utah? Are your seasons like flipped?
Are your seasons different than ours? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. And so anyway, she introduces Billy to the shopkeep, Mr. Sims, who gives me an absolute creepy vibe about him.
I could not tell if Mr. Sims was like trying to fook Billy or if like
he was definitely making eyes at Billy.
He's lascivious.
Yeah, and he gives him he's like, "Oh yeah, you got the job, you can start now."
Yeah, because at first he's telling the nun like, "I ain't got any jobs.
I don't have
like,
a job.
I'm sorry, I don't have any jobs." And then she's like, "Well, just meet him." And then we get like this shot of like Billy's, the strong muscular legs up to his groin,
right up
to,
yeah.
and then you see his cutie patootie little blonde face.
Yeah, because he's a good-looking kid now.
Good-looking kid, and he's like, "Well, you can start on Monday.
You can start on Monday. You have a job now." So now,
if I were the nun, I'd be like, "Wait a minute.
Wait a second." But the Catholics aren't really.
They don't really care so much
tuned
about
in on the
the molestation of it all. They don't really care.
Right,
That's
right.
fine.
And so 18-year-old Billy is working in a toy store now. And he seems happy I guess the montage is like the passing of time.
Yes, but
and Mr. Sims keeps like giving him creepy looks out of like the curtains sometimes.
Yeah, and the montage comes off very much like a Mentos commercial.
It does.
There's like music playing in the background.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for him to like pop a Mentos
and the Fresh Maker. And so, yeah, but he seems happy and he seems like he's getting along in this toy shop. And then, but like as the Santa stuff starts to come out, you can see that he's triggered
getting like anxious
about Christmas coming up.
Mr. Sims they pull out this like giant like Merry Christmas Happy New Year sign.
Yeah, and there's an
Billy's
image.
like visibly shaken. He's not okay.
You can tell he's triggered by the images. And then there's this like short little asshole Andy that works in the stockroom.
I didn't even get this asshole's name. I was just like little man over here.
Yeah. He keeps giving Billy just a hard time about everything, about the way he acts, about the way he talks to customers. I mean, just giving him a hard time and tells him that he's weird and everything.
He's like, you're just giving me fucking attitude. I'm like, sir, little short man, you're giving Billy attitude.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do a damn thing to you.
But inside this toy store, we have like all of the Christmas, like 1980s Christmas animatronics and like, and all of that. But if you look at all the shelves, it's like these old wire metal shelves. I was like, this is for sure a Goodwill. This is it's not like stocked toys. It's just like random toys thrown on like
things.
shelves.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so it's Christmas time, and their Santa comes into the store, and then he's passing out gifts to customers, and that, of course, triggers Billy, who has flashbacks, and he falls over and knocks over toys.
Yes. I would also like to point out, that coworker Andy calls him a moon goon. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. Should we repeating that?
I don't know.
Should we?
I apologize.
If that's a slur, I apologize completely. But what is it?
And if you are a moon goon, we're not trying to. I don't know.
I'm against it, whatever it is.
If it's bad, it's not for me.
It's not for me.
If it's good, keep it up.
Keep it up. I don't know.
I'm confused.
So anyway, whenever he falls over, his crush Pamela comes over to check on him and help him up, and she seems like a real sweet girl, and he kind of goes back to the back to collect himself, and later he's having some like sexy dreams imagining his crush naked.
Yeah.
And
I just would like to say that why is Billy forced to wear this weird like bathrobe thing all the
he
time
looks
at work?
like he's about to go to the dojo afterwards or something. Yeah.
It's like the top half of a karate outfit.
Right.
But no one else is wearing they're wearing normal clothes.
They're just all wearing normal clothes, but he's like,
what if he just took it upon himself to wear that?
Yeah.
It's like
well, he did grow up in an orphanage. That's all he had.
he found it at the Goodwill. He was
Found
like,
it at the Goodwill.
Right. Yeah.
So later, while he's having this dream about his naked crush, it turns into a nightmare about being murdered by Santa.
Yes.
And so he wakes up saying, I just want to be good.
And I'm going to say something really bad here, but I do know that in this movie he's 18, so he's an adult. Like, Billy has no business being as caked up as he is. Like,
I know.
Naughty.
Yeah, right. Right.
Bad. Anyway.
So
didn't miss a leg day. It's fine.
Yeah. So back in the toy shop, they find out that their Santa broke his ankle ice skating. So Mr. Sims asks Billy if he wants to be the new Santa, and Billy does it, but he's not happy about it.
Yeah.
And he's told to be like jolly and don't scare the kids. And
but Billy keeps saying things that like, please don't punish me, and he wants to be good and all this. And I was like, I'm just going to say this one time because here at the B List, we do not kink shame.
Right.
Whatever you're into is fine.
Whatever.
But he just uses some weird language.
Right.
For an adult man.
Right. He talks a lot about being punished.
Punished and naughty.
And so as he's being Santa, he's telling the kids they're being naughty because they're squirming in his lap and everything. And they're like, you're being naughty and I'm going to punish you.
And the way he's talking to this like little girl is so creepy.
It's so creepy.
Please stop.
But it scares her into submission, if that's the right word
if
for
that's
this.
what you want to do with a little... He keeps whispering, please stop. What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you?
Stop.
Please stop. I'm going to punish you.
I'm going to punish you.
Yeah.
If I were the mother and I'm seeing this, like, my daughter sitting in Santa's lap and he's struggling to keep her there.
Right.
Because he's, like, holding on to her.
Just holding on.
And
She
he's
does
like,
not want to be there.
What's the matter with you? Stop.
Stop it.
So creepy.
I know. And so anyway, squirrely little Andy gets a phone call in the stockroom asking for Billy, and it's Sister Margaret who is told, and he tells her he can't come to the phone.
Yeah.
He's the new Santa.
Yeah.
And she knows it's a bad idea.
She's like, maybe not.
Maybe not. Well, the shop closes down. It's Christmas Eve, and the staff starts to get drunk.
They pull out liquor bottles from the checkout counter.
Now, I don't know about you, but I usually have like some family thing to get to right after work on Christmas Eve.
Well, these are all losers with no family.
These are losers that work in a toy store on Christmas Eve. So they invite Billy to join in, and he's not super impressed with the alcohol, but his crush Pamela, she's there, and so he goes along with it. But squirrely little Andy pulls Pamela away with some mistletoe.
Yeah, he's just like waving the mistletoe and like, come on.
And she goes with it. So
she goes with it at first, and Billy's not happy about this. He's kind of like watching them, he's had like one drink of liquor alcohol.
Right.
So like he's...
Right, and they're drunk and they're making out. Pamela and Andy are making out, and Mr. Sims comes up and asks Billy, how are you doing? He's like, I'm thinking about my dead parents.
And he's like, a boy should be thinking about his parents at Christmas, and Billy's like, they're dead. They're a real dead. Party pooper.
Yeah, and Mr. Sims is like, oops, I'm sorry, I forgot you're an orphan. So anyway, sober up, you're Santa, and remember what Santa is supposed to do tonight.
It's like,
Which-
go get him, Billy boy, go get him.
And Billy's like, yeah, he's getting some ideas.
And we can tell like a flip has switched in Billy.
Yeah. Like, this is not a great Christmas Eve for Billy.
That one shot of alcohol, liquor, and watching his crush make out with creepy ass, short ass, fucking dipshit, and having his boss call him a good boy for being Santa has really tripped him up, and he's not having a pleasant time anymore.
And especially when Andy and Pamela like sneak off to the stock room, and Andy's like,
because Andy tells her that he has a gift for her.
I got a gift for
Pamela. Be smarter, girl.
Yeah, don't go back there, but she does. And so Billy is starting to kind of fume at this point.
Yes.
And he doesn't want to really be with the drunks out on the floor, so because they're singing and not paying any attention. So Billy creeps to the back stock room.
He creeps to the back, but if you will look in the background, there are Halloween costumes on the wall.
Oh.
Which again lends to the theory that this is just a Goodwill.
This is just a Goodwill.
There's lots of like the plastic kind with like the plastic masks that would cut your face in half.
Cut you into your eyeballs. Yeah. And so
I said, this place is not a legitimate toy establishment.
It's not.
At all.
No. This was a very low budget Goodwill location.
What did they spend the $75,000 on? $750,000, whatever it was. Whatever the budget was.
Getting girls to take their tops off.
Yeah, they had to pay for the titties.
Yeah. And so
titties ain't free.
Yeah.
Inflation. Titties are really not free now.
Right. So
he goes to the back room and we overhear her. She's telling him no and she's struggling.
And he walks up.
Again, he rips her sweater in half.
I know.
What are sweaters made of in Utah?
Andy rips Pamela's
Andy
sweater.
does. Yeah. Not Billy. He's not that kind of guy.
And he sees Andy assaulting Pamela.
He's just kissing on her, and he's just kind of standing there for a minute.
Yeah, well, he has his flashbacks again, and he kind of...
It takes a minute to have flashbacks.
Yeah.
So he's like, hold, please.
Hold. I remember that night.
Yeah. So then...
And then so...
Then he loses his shit.
That's when he snaps.
Yes.
So he strangles Andy and
with Christmas light
with
cord.
some Christmas lights. Fine by me, because Andy
hangs him by one hand.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, this man has not missed a day at the gym. Lifting those boxes.
They must have a great gym at the orphanage.
He's just like holding him up with one hand.
Yeah.
And this guy, you can see his little feetsies because you know, he's all of like 3 feet tall.
He was a little short guy.
And
so Pamela, who's shaken up by the assault, still calls Billy crazy and starts taking some swings.
Mad at him and starts like hitting him.
Yeah, and then so of course that makes him. It makes
He's
Billy
mad now again, and you got your tits out. So
yeah, so he guts her
fillets her right through the breastbone,
right through the stomach from groin to sternum. I mean, it's just like
with a box cutter.
With a box cutter,
stabs her right between the the areoles.
It's not good.
Not good.
So then
Mr. Sims.
There's Mr. Sims. He hears the scuffle.
Drunkenly goes to investigate because he is 3 sheets to the wind.
And as soon as he checks in the back, he's hammered in the head.
He's hammered and then he's hammered.
He's hammered.
Double
hammered. Yeah. By Billy, of course.
Double hammered.
And then Billy kills him. He's off his rocker. There is no stopping him now.
Nope. Now we've opened the floodgates. So drunk lady employee, what's her name?
I don't know what her name was.
Drunk
the other
friend
worker.
employee is calling for Mr. Sims and the lights go out and she's like, hey, come look at this. It's kind of a vibe. Like, the Christmas lights are on. So she goes to investigate and she sees Mr. Sims hammered in the head real bad.
And so she starts to back out and she runs and she's screaming.
And of course there's Billy with his axe.
Right. And she's locked in the store.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the key. So
but I'm like, don't those doors just have like a...
Well, no, some of those doors will have you lock it from a key from the inside and the outside, which I think is a stupid safety thing, but I don't think they do it so much anymore. But this is the 70s or the 80s. So
I guess there's not a whole lot of axe murdering Santas anymore. So
anyway, not that we hear of anyway.
So she runs to hide and he starts quoting from Night Before Christmas and
he thinks he sees her.
The top of her little hat, because she's got her little hat with a little mistletoe on the top.
Right. And so he goes to kill her, but it's just some stacked up boxes, and she's actually hiding. But when he attacks the boxes, she gets out and knocks him over.
She grabs his axe.
And she grabs
takes
his
off
axe
towards the door to axe the door, but he's got a
break the
bow
window.
and arrow
Suddenly,
again. This is not a legitimate toy establishment.
I don't
Why do they
remember-
have an actual bow and arrow?
an actual bow and like a compound bow and arrow, and he
so-
arrows her to death.
Yep, right. And then she falls into the fake asbestos snow. And
Yeah, and then she develops cancer after many years and dies of cancer.
True. And he just unlocks the door, no problem, because he's got the keys.
Yeah, he unlocks the door and
then
leaves
he
the
leaves.
carnage behind. But he leaves the door unlocked, to which Sister Margaret, moments later, stops by to check on him, and she sees the dead bodies instead.
So now we cut to some carolers singing, and then there's a big house.
There's a big
and
house of
cuts
some
to
couple.
Two crazy zany kids making out again,
Yeah,
and
they-
once again,
Tommy and Denise. I had caught their names.
Denise is topless yet again. Like more
Another topless lady.
more topless ladies.
And they're going at it on a pool table this time.
And he's like, I'm so sick of these carolers. And so he puts on some music, but it's Christmas music.
Yeah, he
so-
puts on some Christmas music.
and
a little
because he
girl-
can't concentrate.
Right, he can't concentrate with all that
His
caroling.
boner's going down due to the carolers. Like, sir, you're 18. Your boner should be rock hard at all times.
Right, it doesn't
What are
matter.
what are we talking about here?
Right, exactly. And then so at that time, a little girl, Cindy, comes
I don't know if that's
downstairs.
if she's the babysitter or if that's her sister. Or
We don't know the relation of all this. We just know there's a little girl showing up saying, "I want to stay up and see Santa." And Denise is the girl, and she's like, "Go back upstairs, or Santa won't come." And so
'Cause
she's
you're being
like,
bad, you
"Okay,
gotta go."
You gotta go. Go back upstairs.
She's like, all right. So she goes back to bed, and they start making out again. And this is the most awkward kissing I've ever seen.
it's yeah.
They are just like very weird. So then she hears like some bells.
She hears the
Courtney, the bells.
Can you hear that?
There we go.
And then
And so she's like, oh, the cat's got to be let in. So then she gets off the table and puts on her cut-off shorts.
yeah, she puts on her cutoff shorts, but no
In the
top.
winter,
In the
in
winter.
Utah.
Yeah. And so she goes to the door topless to let the cat in. And the cat runs in, and then there's Billy with his axe.
Yep.
He chops through the door when she slams it. They struggle for a minute.
And he like traps her on the ugliest carpet I've ever seen in my
It's-
entire life.
it's
and
1984.
slams her body into some deer antlers.
So deer antlers.
Because there's a deer's head hanging on the wall. And I'm like, wow, what is this wood paneling made out of? Because
Right.
it is holding
It is
a
holding
dead woman.
Yeah, all the while he's exclaiming, "Punish."
Punished, naughty, punished.
So,
And-
bye-bye, Denise.
Dude, boyfriend down,
Tommy.
didn't hear any of it. He's just playing pool.
He's playing pool downstairs
having
in
a
the
good time.
basement still. And he goes to find Denise.
But he's smart enough to put his shirt on first.
He puts a shirt on.
Because he was not contractually obligated to show his titties. so
Right,
he-
right. And so he sees the front door chopped up, and he knows that's not good. But nearly walks right past her hanging
Dude!
on the wall.
He is as close to Denise's dead body as I
As
am
we
to
are,
Courtney
yeah.
right now. He's like, yeah, I just wonder where she
Denise,
went.
where
Yeah,
did she
where's
go?
at?
Whoa,
And then
there
he
she
sees her.
is. And then so
But Billy is there.
Billy's
and
there.
They're throwing each other around, and he grabs a fireplace poker
and they're fighting.
and gets knocked over what looks like a very comfortable lazy boy.
right. Knocks him over.
And Billy falls down.
Billy
and,
falls
and, And the
down.
boyfriend tries to call the cops.
He tries to call the cops, but Billy's okay.
Billy's fine. He jumps up.
he jumps up and stops
rips
him.
out the cord. Mm-hmm. Tries to strangle him.
Yeah.
With the phone cord.
Yeah, but Tommy kicks him in the crotch.
Yep.
And then Billy knocks the crap out of Tommy.
Yep.
Just beating the crap out of him.
Beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, and then throws him out the second story window,
Yeah.
which impales him with a pane of glass.
But it did not show that. It just showed him just falling out the window, and then you see him on the ground. You don't really see the all the
you don't see all of
shards
the stuff
until later.
until Billy looks out the window at him on the ground with
Yeah.
some glass sticking out of him.
Regardless, those are huge pieces of glass, and that's not how that would happen.
That's
at
not
all.
how that would work, but that's
But then
okay.
he goes to leave, and he hears the little girl. She's like, "Oh, Santa
Santa Claus,
Claus!"
did you bring me a present?
And he asked if she'd been good or naughty, and she's like, "Oh, I've been good." He's like, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes." So he pulls a bloody box cutter out of his pocket,
And
and
he's like,
he gives it to her.
here you go.
And she's looking at this shit like, "What is this shit?"
Yeah, he walks away.
I asked for a Cabbage Patch.
Right.
What is this?
Maybe the real Santa stops by later. He walks away out the chopped up door into the night, leaving poor little Cindy to find the bodies.
Because she's like, Denise.
yeah.
And then that's when we see boyfriend with
Yeah.
like the biggest pieces of glass. We're talking like
Like I'm saying,
A
when I say a
giant-
pane of glass,
a pane of glass
it's
stuck into
sticking
him.
out of him. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's fine. Whatever.
It's fine,
So
whatever. So now we're with a couple of cops.
Yes.
And they're looking for a rogue Santa. I guess Sister Margaret has contacted them at this point and said,
Yes.
hey, one of our killer orphans is loose.
Yeah.
And they think it's kind of funny.
One of our killer orphans. We have several.
You know how orphans are. They made a
slip
whole
through the-
movie called Orphan.
They slip through the cracks, you know?
And
It's not
so
a perfect system.
yeah, the cops are making like jokes about looking for a killer Santa. And they do spot a Santa that's like on a ladder sneaking into like a second floor window. So they bust into this house, scaring a mom that's sitting like in the living room.
Yeah.
And they run upstairs and mom's like, what's going on? And they run upstairs only to find like another dad trying to surprise their daughter. And it ruins the surprise for the kid. Probably terrifies the kid. They probably just made another killer.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, ruins the surprise for the kid. And they're like,
So
oh.
then we cut to some sledders outside. These two teenage boys it's nighttime on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Where are their parents? I'd be like, you're not going sledding at nighttime, you dipshits. Stay inside, it's cold.
Grandma and grandpa are in town.
We're in Utah. It's cold.
Yeah.
We're staying here.
And they feel like somebody's watching
Yeah, they hear
them.
some bells or something, but then they're like talking to each other, and one of them says, who I call Snap because he looks like Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Yeah.
He's like this little blonde kid with a little floof bang
Yeah.
with like a blue like beanie on. And he's like, who'd be out here on Christmas Eve? You guys.
You guys are out
First.
there.
So these
And
bullies
so-
come out,
Bob and Mac. Those
Bob
are the
and
only
Mac.
names that I got.
and
They're up to no good.
and they want their sleds.
They want their sleds. So they steal the sleds after beating up the younger boys who end up
Yeah.
running away.
Yeah.
So the bullies, Bob and Mac, start sledding.
Yeah.
Clumsily, I might add. They're like
Yeah,
all the
Snap-
way down.
Snap, Crackle, and Pop goes first.
Yeah.
And he's like, ah! And this looks like the roughest ride.
That's what I'm saying. It was like the clumsiest little ride, but they're having a good time. So
But
whatever.
he pops up and he's like, yay, you made it. And
Yeah,
so
come
then
on down.
he's like, come on down. And
So
so his
second bully comes down.
big bully gets on and starts
Yeah.
to come down. And there's Billy Man. And he
lops his head right
lops
off.
his head right off.
Just boom.
So Snap is sitting there waiting for his friend to come down. And friend comes down. It's a decapitated body.
Yeah.
And he's like, ah!
He yells, and then the head rolls.
And then the
down.
head just rolls. And then he screams
And then
again.
he screams again. So cut to Christmas morning, where we're gonna fast forward a
Fast
few
forward
hours.
to morning.
And
Because Billy's tired. He's got to rest now.
Billy's tired. He's gonna go pass out under a tree somewhere. And so
He went to
we're-
Waffle House. It's the only place open.
Well, yeah, of course. And so we're at the police station, and the sun's starting to come up. Sister Margaret is there, and she's fallen asleep on a bench when she's woken up by Captain Richards. And like, she's like, "Is there any news?"
He's like, all bad, sister.
"All bad, sister. All bad news. More
It's just
murders."
how he said it. I'm
Yeah.
like, all bad, sister.
He says there's been more murders. This kid is smart because we can't find him, but we may be able to predict his next move.
And she's like, yep. I know
And
exactly
she's like,
where he's
"I know
going."
where he's going.
Yep.
He's gonna go back to the orphanage."
Yeah, because
So-
hello, fucking Mother Superior and her
Yeah,
idiot ass.
yeah.
So
at the
she's like,
orphanage-
at the orphanage, the kids are opening gifts, and this is where I saw Miss Piggy.
I'm gonna have to go back and look now.
You guys,
We love Miss Piggy,
you guys,
obviously.
there's like everyone's opening gifts. It's all craziness. All these kids opening gifts, and in the corner of the screen, you'll see like, oh, it's a Miss Piggy doll.
Just-
And I was like, oh my god, Miss Piggy.
I'm glad that she got her
But
scene.
Mother Superior's there, and we see some little girl like talking on the phone with her doll. And
Yeah.
she leaves her phone off the hook, so
Yeah.
the cops can't get to them.
Yeah, the phone's off the hook, and so as the captain and Sister Margaret are trying to call, it's just a busy signal.
Sister Margaret's like, I don't know who would be on the phone for
who's
so
gonna
long.
be on the phone? And so they decide to drive out to the orphanage.
Yeah,
And they call all available cops on the radio
like
to
meet at the orphanage,
meet
shoot
at
if
the-
necessary.
shoot to kill the Santa Claus killer if necessary. You're looking for a Santa Claus, shoot to kill. So meanwhile, the kids are all outside playing.
Yes, the kids are, and we see who we think is Billy walk up.
Uh-huh.
It's in a Santa costume, and
He's making his way up to the orphanage.
he's
Kids
making-
notice that Santa's walking up. Santa! And they
they're
run
like,
to
yeah,
greet
Santa.
him.
And we see Officer Barnes has come in hot on his car
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, oh, that's crazy. But then he sees And so he
just
pulls
coming
up
up.
kind of far away.
Kind
honestly.
of far away. He sees them coming close to the kids, and the kids are running to greet him. So he pops out of his car
with his gun.
Gun and
drawn,
shoots him dead in the back,
blows
right in front of the
Santa
kid.
away without even checking to see who it is first.
Right in front of the kids. Kids get splattered with blood.
And then the nun comes outside and is like, "Oh, everyone go inside."
Yeah, and she's yelling for one boy, Ricky, get away from there, get away from there. And so Captain and Sister Margaret hear over the radio in their car that a Santa was shot at the orphanage, but it was the wrong Santa.
It was the deaf Father O'Brien. They shot a disabled priest.
They thought because they were like,
guess
this
what,
one,
Courtney? That's naughty.
That's naughty. That's naughty. They shot a 50-year-old man who couldn't hear
deaf priest.
Because the cop was like, well, I told him to stop, and they were like, he's deaf. He wouldn't have been able to hear you.
It felt like a bit. It felt
I know.
It's like watching an airplane movie or something.
Right? So at the orphanage, they're loading up the poor guy they just shot, and Mother Superior is like, I don't understand why you shot him. And they're like, hey, sorry that happened, but I promise you.
If you notice this, when they're loading him into the ambulance, the first responders are wearing jeans. Is it like casual day at...
They got called out of
ambulance
dinner.
town?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening here?
And so they
Dan said, my boyfriend was like, might be casual day. I was like, it is Christmas Day. They need to be dressed nice.
Mm-hmm. This is a special day. So they tell him, I promise, there is a killer coming.
Yes.
So stay inside and don't let anybody in.
And this is when I noticed that Mother Superior is now in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I guess something has happened in the years that we last saw her.
Because being a bitch
right?
will knock the legs right out from under you.
So the cop that's there goes outside to walk the grounds, and the terrified kids are all like huddled together inside.
And so one thing about Mother Superior is she is not going to help the situation at all, and she's going to make these kids sing.
Yeah, they decide to sing some Christmas tunes to cheer up the kids. Well,
okay,
she asked the boy Ricky from a few minutes earlier to go get her pitch pipe.
Oh, her pitch pipe.
And then she mentions that he's a much sweeter boy than his older brother
William. She calls him William.
William, but it's Billy. That's the baby from earlier that we haven't seen since
the baby
the car.
that no one gives a shit about.
Right. And so now we know that Ricky is Billy's little brother. So the cop outside, he's like slinking around, testing doors, looking for another Santa when he sees like a shack door.
It's like a shack, but it goes down into a basement.
But it's like I guess like it's
like a root cellar. Or something.
Cellar, but there's also like radiators and stuff down there too.
It's very like it's very Freddy Krueger, like
almost a boiler room kind of, yeah. And so he goes to investigate, and he goes down the flight of stairs to get there, creeps around, and he finds nothing.
Yeah.
So he goes back up the stairs, and of course, what's going to happen when you get to the top of the stairs?
Oh, Billy's
sight
right
unseen. Billy's right there.
Billy's right there, and just axes the shit out of him.
Axes him in the chest.
Yep. He loves an axe to the chest.
And of course, punished. He keeps saying naughty, punished.
So in the orphanage, the kids are all singing, and outside, Billy decapitates the snowman with his axe.
Yep. Then he goes to the door,
and I think is it his brother that sees him and opens and lets him in? Or is it a random kid?
I can't remember. I don't think I paid attention to it, but
anyways,
one of
Mother
the
Superior's
kids,
like, don't let him in, but they do.
Yeah, one of the kids goes to the door and lets him in.
And he's got an axe, and he calls her naughty.
Yeah, he's like still
because
saying,
she's screaming about how Santa's not real.
Yeah, she starts saying, Santa's not real, Santa's not real. And then he says, naughty, and then goes to chop her in half in very slow motion.
Boom.
Yeah, and then suddenly he's shot.
And I will say, man, Billy's poor brother has been through some shit.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm like, these kids are all probably wondering, why the hell do you guys keep shooting Santa?
First of all, why are there two Santas? Second of all, why do you keep killing them? Is a third one going to come?
Yeah.
And Billy's like laying there dying, and the nun goes to like hold him while he dies.
Yeah, because it's the captain and Sister Margaret that shot him. She goes to hold him,
and he says, "Now you're safe. Santa Claus is gone."
Santa Claus is gone.
And then we see the axe, and it kind of shoots up to Billy's brother.
Right in front of his little brother.
Who
Ricky.
says, naughty.
As he's staring at Mother Superior. And there's a freeze frame. And then credits.
And that's it.
That's it.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, relatively speaking, there was some schmurders in this. but not a lot. I mean, he just kind of randomly picked a few people and then went back home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got some trivia, of course.
Hit me.
Sam Raimi was actually considered to direct this film.
It would have been a completely different movie.
It would have been a completely different movie, and might have been better, might not have been. I don't know. Sam Raimi I like a lot, but sometimes it's hit or miss.
Was he like super famous in '84? I don't even think he was yet.
I don't know. When did Evil
Dead
Dead
come out? It was '80s. I don't remember when.
I mean, it was around that same time, so it probably, this could have been his, better debut, but who knows. Anyway, it opened, now this is trivia that I thought you would think is really interesting. It opened the same weekend as Nightmare on Elm Street in 1984.
What?
Yeah.
That's where everyone was.
And it briefly outgrossed it by around $161,000.
Until people grew a brain and they're like,
because,
what are we doing
well,
here?
the film was playing in more than twice as many theaters as Nightmare on Elm Street. But by the second weekend it was out, sales had dropped by like 45%. Like, people weren't into this one. And so the release of this film was picketed by angry parents who did not want to see Santa Claus depicted as an axe murderer. And so as a result, the box office plummeted.
But he's not really Santa Claus. He's a serial killer
dressed as Santa Claus. But, as a result, the box office dropped. And the film was actually pulled from theaters after barely 2 weeks.
You know what it kind of reminded me of, like, vaguely? Tales from the Crypt, where, like, the serial killer is, like, dressed like Santa.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, and that had actually come out before this movie. And so,
really?
Yeah, and so people were like, why are you picking on this movie?
Why do we need a whole movie?
Yeah, well, people were like, why are so many parents picking on this movie for what Tales of the Crypt has already done?
I don't understand when people pick on movies at all, honestly, because, like, it's a free fucking country. If you don't want to go see the movie,
just don't see it.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't ever
No one's
understand
expecting you to, like, explain to your child that, like, Santa Claus, the real Santa is not an axe murderer. There is no real Santa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Just all the bubbles.
Pull that Band-Aid off. So, the film actually was banned in Ontario and Alberta, Canada.
Well, Canadians are so nice.
For a short time. And Phil Donahue, I don't know. Some of you may be too
Not
young
Phil Donahue.
You guys,
the White Oprah?
The White Oprah. the OG talk show host. He dedicated an entire hour of his TV show to the controversy surrounding this particular film.
That's why Oprah is Oprah and Phil Donahue is no longer
right.
Well, I mean, he's probably dead now, but like.
And the last little tidbit was that it was actually originally titled Sleigh Ride. Like Slay SLAY Ride. And TriStar decided to change the title to Silent Night, Deadly Night, like at the last minute, right before release. So
I think Silent Night, Deadly Night's better.
It's better. It's a better title. So at any rate, there you go. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And be good to the orphans who have been traumatized by a Santa Claus killing their family.
I mean, that's the lesson that we all should take from this.
Get your kids therapy.
End
of story.
Get those orphans into therapy right away.
Not even orphans, just people.
Any kid. Let's
if
normalize
you are
therapy.
A kid or once was a kid, probably
we all need therapy.
We all need therapy. So,
anyway,
we'll see you guys later.
I hope everybody has a great Christmas and a happy holiday, whatever you're celebrating.
And a happy Hanukkah and a happy Kwanzaa and a happy...
whatever it is.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
See ya.